Right, let's follow up on this story, and we cross live to our very own reporter, Mweli Masilela, who has been on the story now. Good afternoon to you, Mweli. Looks like for every dark cloud, there's a silver lining. Tell us about the conditions in as far as these farmers are concerned. We hear they're smiling all the way to the bank.
Good afternoon to you and the viewers. You'll recall that there's been an outcry in terms of the drought in the country. Many sectors were affected in the agricultural industry, whether it's crop production and many others. But what we are getting now is that the macadamia farmers have been to the United States for a conference day. What has come out clear is that in that conference, farmers have been discussing a number of issues, especially that of the drought, as to how serious has it affected them. But then, as you said, yes, indeed, in that cloud, there is still a silver lining, because the fact that there's been drought, it means that there is, in terms of production, there's very a few farmers who have made it in terms of good quality production. So they're saying the fact that there is a little production, then it makes it possible for the farmers who have made it to be able to export more of the macadamia nuts, and then they're taking advantage of that. So they're saying that the prices of the nuts are higher in the market compared to the previous year, because what they're saying also is that when we look in the previous year, a kilogram of macadamia nuts was sold at a price of $5 as indicated on the package. That is an equivalent of 75 rand. So this year it's more than $5 or above 75 rand, which is a good sign for the farmers.
Well, we are well known for exporting more than rather importing. But then, in as far as consumption of macadamia nuts in your area, how big is the demand?
Well, locally, you remember that South Africa is the largest producer when it's compared to other countries worldwide in terms of production of macadamia nuts. So locally, in terms of sales, it's very less. But when you look at other countries overseas, like the United States and China, they are saying that the market is huge there. Hence, most of the macadamia processors are sending their product there. But what has been emphasized at the conference that was held in the United States is the issue of quality of the nuts. Hence, even those companies locally that are processing the nuts are saying that they are not just taking any macadamia nuts. They do a lot of assessment, making sure that they only get the great products. For example, one of the companies we visited that is responsible for processing of the nuts has said that in the previous year, they used to be fed by about 300 farmers, but this year they're only having 50 farmers, which says that the issue of the drought has affected the quality of the nuts, but the only people who are winning immensely on this are the farmers who have got good products. So those farmers are getting a good price on the market. But they've emphasized that it's not over. Farmers must continue to expand in terms of growing of the macadamia plants, so that in the next season, maybe they can have a good harvest.